giving you the real from A to Z surrounding the Dallas Cowboys. News, updates, rumors, transactions, takes, and more. So strap up, Cowboys Nation, and start your day off with A to Z Sports. Live with Will Steele.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Oh, yeah. Good morning, good people. Welcome to A to Z Sports Live, presented by Texas Family Fitness. I am your host, Will Skywalker Steele. Woo! It's Victory Monday, baby. I know what that means, right? I know what that means. For those that don't, it is Victory Cookout Monday, meaning the Cowboys won 6 in a row, 20-16. In a thriller. It feels good. Let me take a sip of my water real quick. I got water this morning. Woo! How your coffee taste, huh? How's the air smell today, huh? How did your bed feel last night, huh? I couldn't sleep. Nope. I couldn't sleep. No one had to be here this morning. No one had to come see you good people this morning. Thank y'all for being here. Lots to talk about. A whole lot to talk about. I'm excited, man. Let's get this thing started. Coming up today, we will recap the Halloween thriller, right? In Minnesota from top to bottom. And of course, like I said, it's Victory Monday. So therefore, we will have a victory cookout. And I ain't full yet from the victory cookouts. That's 6 in a row. So I hope y'all, ready to party and whatnot. And I know y'all probably like, wait. I need to call in. Yes, you can call in. Okay, Pulse of the Nation phone lines are open. Let me get those open for you guys so you can come in and we can chat about it. All right? Let's do this thing, man. Let's do this thing. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, I let my conviction waver a little bit going into that game yesterday, okay? I did. If you've been following this show for the last 2 weeks or ever since, our resident old head brought up the whole situation about the backup, I always believed that the Cowboys can get a game or two done with Cooper Rush. I mean, I just did. But I ain't going to hold you. I didn't think it was going to be yesterday. I did not. I wavered all the way until I actually made the pick, and I said that I didn't think that, Cooper Rush on the road in a hostile environment against a, decent team, against a good coach, I just didn't think that he could get it done. I thought, okay, yeah, at home maybe, against lesser competition maybe, they would be able to get it done. But boy, am I glad that it happened last night. Boy, am I glad that it happened on the road in a hostile environment against a good team, against a tough coach, right? And in the way it happened. Adversity in the first half. Second half, they fight through, they gut it through, and they're resilient to the end. I'm glad it happened yesterday, and it didn't happen against a bad team. It didn't happen at home against a rookie quarterback, against a rookie head coach. You know why? Because you could have put a but next to that victory. Find me a but yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot. And that means for the team. I'm not even just talking about for Cooper, because we're going to talk about Cooper today, obviously. I'm talking about for the team. The title today says the Dallas Cowboys are among the elite. And it's because of what they did yesterday and the way they did it, with whom they did it with. That kind of performance, that kind of victory, that kind of gut check makes you a Super Bowl contender, a Super Bowl threat, and a team with number 4 we knew could beat anybody, but god dang it, we now know we can beat anybody. might have knew, but we know, we feel it. And yesterday proved that to me. So all I'm saying is I'm glad it happened the way it happened, because I talked about with Jesse. I said, you're going to need some games with your backup quarterback. The Chiefs did it. Huh? The Chiefs won a playoff game with their backup quarterback. They won some regular season games with their backup quarterback. The Dallas Cowboys have proven that they struggle with their backup. Yesterday, it was a little bit of some struggles. It was some struggles. But the team rallied. The defense played its best performance of the year. The offense came through when it mattered most. You know? And your backup had a gut check moment. A couple of them. That was a statement victory. That was a confidence builder. I needed to see that from that group with that quarterback. I talked about having checkmark games, right? If you're accustomed to this show, I say there's checkmark games throughout the season. I believe this one coming in with Dak or without Dak was a checkmark game. I think it became even more of a checkmark game when Dak was ruled out before the game started. And yes, my confidence dipped. It dipped. It did. And it dipped even lower in the first half. But the defense was answering the bell. They kept the squad in it. And all you needed was one more drive from Cooper Rush in that offense, and they got it done. You should feel happy right now, Cowboys Nation. You know, this backup situation isn't as dire. And again, I don't know why I let myself waver. You know, I talked about believing in this talent to uplift the quarterback. We said it in the pregame show. I need the talent to uplift the backup. The backup's not going to do that for you. And they did that. They did that. I don't know that there's another environment, another checkmark game in that kind of situation that you would get aside from going to Kansas City. Okay? So I'm glad it happened the way it happened. Had he went to Washington and went, okay. Had he went to Philly, had he went to New York, sure, division games, but that's a decent team. That's not a bad team. That's a decent defense. Not a bad defense. It's a decent coach. It's not a bad coach. And there was adversity. You got to love it. You got to love it. Woo! All right. That was my opening statement. I felt like that needed to be said, guys and ladies in the house. I didn't get a chance to go through all my shout-outs. And listen, I'm just going to say this. Thank y'all for being here, everybody. I know the day ones are here. And I know some new folks are here. If you are day one, if you're new, if you just joined, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this show, and let's get this show on the road. We already got folks in the caller waiting room here, and I'm gonna get to you fresh. I got you, brother. I got you. But let's jump into the morning roundup because there was some news that came out of this game and some things that we found out. Right?
Look at my Gucci, it's about that time.
It's time! It's time! It's time!
It's time. It's time.
It is time for.
It's time for the morning roundup. Round 'em up, boys.
The morning roundup presented by Texas Family Fitness, a solution for your fitness goals, whether it be for weight loss, strength, to tone up, sports, or stress relief. Our friends over at TFF have everything you need, from state-of-the-art equipment, group classes, certified professional trainers, and more. So if you're looking to begin your fitness journey, do me a favor, head on over to any of the 9 locations in the DFW area or visit TexasFamilyFitness.com. Okay, a little bit of house cleaning. There was some injury news to come out of the game. And good news, because the first person you see up here is Trayvon Diggs. It looked bad. It looked worse than it was, but apparently to him, he says he's okay. And what I mean is his ankle, a bit of a sprain, I guess. And on that final drive, he got hit when he was falling away from a tackle or falling away from trying to make a play. A defender or one of the offensive players came by and hit him up. But apparently he's good, so that's a good thing. Bad news, though. Jabril Cox reportedly tore his ACL. So that sucks, man. As you guys know, I've been waving the Jabril Cox flag here with my guy Fresh, trying to get him on the field. And apparently he tore his ACL. That's the the reports, I think the official word will come out later today. Sucks for the kid because he's likely not going to be ready for minicamp. But medicine nowadays, maybe it will be. Maybe it will be. And then Tyron Smith left the game in the second quarter. It re-aggravated the sprained ankle. Tyden Secchi came in. Wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. The second quarter was awful for Tyden Secchi. I thought he got it together a little bit better in that second half. So I'll give him kudos, but we're going to talk about what we're going to talk about, right? Whether it be today or whether it be, tomorrow, we're going to and later on in the week, we're going to talk about what to do with La'el Collins. Now that Tyron Smith is out. Y'all know how I feel. Y'all know how I feel. I'm not ready to run Tyden Secchi out there, but from what I heard, they didn't want to put La'el Collins at the left tackle spot because he hadn't practiced over there in a long time. I mean, he hadn't practiced in guard, but you would have put him at guard. Whatever. So let's get some practice, La'el. We're going to need you over there or move still over there. Something has to happen. Not confident in Tyden Secchi moving forward. Anybody Marvel fans in here? You guys know I'm a huge Marvel fan. Love it. And we found out during that game, I think early in the first series, there was a 7-man offensive line formation with La'el Collins and Connor McGovern in the backfield. According to Zach Martin, that is called the Hawk formation. And I love it. Zach Martin had this to say about the Hawk formation. There was a lot of beef on the field. Pause. It's a Hawk package, what we call it. It was great to get those big guys on the field, and we had some good plays out of it. Yes, they did. They had a run for 6 yards, they got a first down. A pass for 17 yards, they got a first down. A run for 5 yards, and a run for 2 yards. Absolutely love that package. I'm not saying you have to run it a whole bunch of times, but you throw it in there 4 or 5 times a game to mix it up. That just, again, we talked about in the pregame. You need everyone to elevate their game, and I thought Kellen Moore did that. I truly, truly did. Kellen Moore, he glitched a little bit at one point in the end of the game there, but I'm not, whatever, You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect, but I love that formation, and I hope you guys did too. You know I got to do it, right? Not only am I a Marvel fan, huge wrestling fan. I got to do it. What a rush. Cooper Rush, man. Resilient is the word of the day for me, for Cooper Rush. Because I done had it. Listen, going into the game, I'm like, hey, Trevor Siemian, right? Mike White. It's the day of the backup quarterbacks. Why not Cooper Rush? It's Halloween, right? It could happen. Crazier things have happened. And then as we get to the pregame, I'm like, all right, well, you got the fandom thing out, but if I'm being real here, I haven't seen enough of Cooper. I don't know yet. And I don't like the spot. I didn't like the spot at all. Well, it didn't matter. Cooper struggled in that first half. And I thought that first possession in the second half was extremely important for Cooper's confidence. Got that 73-yard touchdown to Cedric Wilson and put together a great drive at the end of the game. In between that, it got tough for the offense, but at the end of the game, it's all that mattered. Cooper Rush became the 12th undrafted free agent quarterback in NFL history to get his first career start in prime time. 325 yards. His 325 yards passing are the most among those 12. The previous high was 270 yards by none other than Tony Romo. Wow. What a resilient performance from Cooper Rush with really everything thrown at him. He had, and I said this to Jesse, and I might have said it on the post game, he had every reason to just throw it in. He had every reason to get down on himself. The interception, the fumble, the miss. He had every reason to, but in that final drive with the game on the line, he put it together, and he got it done. And he deserves my praises and everyone else's praises in that game. So let's clap it up for Cooper Rush one time. Let's clap it up. clap it up. That's what you got to do, right? What y'all talking about here in the chat? What y'all talking about here in the chat? Legion of Doom, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, clap it up for Cooper Rush. The blind optimism for Cooper Rush, that's fair. It's fair to have it. I didn't necessarily have it for Cooper. I had it for everyone. I didn't have it for, that's not blind. I had the optimism for everyone else to raise Cooper's level of play. I didn't like the spot in Minnesota. But I'm glad it happened in Minnesota because now, no matter where we go, maybe outside of Arrowhead, but Minnesota's tough to play too. No matter where we go, if Cooper has to play a game or series or half or whatever, you now know. There's no guessing. There's no blind optimism going into it. There's no, hey, I'm just hoping and praying. You now know Cooper can get it done. Anything prior to last night was all just hope. And that's fine. That's what we have to have sometimes as fans. We got to hope, and we got to cheer him on and rally. Like I said on Twitter, we got to rally around Cooper now. We got to rally around Cooper. Well, you have to do it next week. Stay tuned for the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. All right, let's hop into the phone lines before they get too crazy. Because y'all know later we're getting to the cookout, right? It's more like a family reunion, but we'll see. Let me get the Fresh Fade first. He was in the building. What's up, Fresh?
What's up, players?
What's going on with you, bro?
How you feeling?
Man, probably better than I felt all year, to be honest with
you. Yeah, same thing here, man. I'm full off eating all this crow, man. I had to saute it, fry it, put barbecue sauce.
Yeah, season that something. You gotta season it, man. Put some Goya on that.
Yeah, the whole nine, all that. Yeah. Man, Cooper Rush, he proved me wrong, man. I was calling for him to get benched probably after the first quarter and to put in Will Greer. I panicked, to be honest. And that's what I like about Mike McCarthy is that he doesn't panic like everybody else does, man. He's just very steady, and he let things play out.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, at this point of the season, to me, I think Mike McCarthy's trending towards Coach of the Year. I think we have the Defensive Coordinator of the Year so far. I think we have the Offensive Coordinator of the Year. I've never seen a team that had all three. I think we got all three.
You know what this reminds me of? A basketball analogy here, and I hate to do this because of the finality of that season. They did not win the championship. But it reminds me kind of of the 76ers in 2001. They went up against my Lakers. They had the MVP. Yep. They had the Coach of the Year. They had the Defensive Player of the Year. They had the Sixth Man of the Year. Right? They had all these accolades and it wasn't a star-studded team. Right? Now the Cowboys are star-studded on offense, but and they put it together. They were grimy, they were gritty, they were tough, and they got to the NBA Finals. This kind of has that feel when you talked about it. I think McCarthy has to be in the Coach of the Year conversation, right? Kellen Moore might have got himself a head coaching job from yesterday. Dan Quinn Dan Quinn. This defense is real, and Dak Prescott's in the MVP conversation.
Oh man, I mean, people are right, man. Because I mean, initially when people were saying, "Hey, look, this is the best team since '95," I was sort of skeptical, looking at the Romo teams with T.O. and the earlier teams like that. But this is legit. This is the best team I've seen since the 95, 96 season. This is the best team I've seen, man. It's exciting. I'm trying to temper my expectations because I still have PTSD. I still have a little bit of that.
Oh, that should be good. That should be going away now.
Yeah,
I think this game to me, Fresh did it for me. If there was maybe like a 5% PTSD left in me, there's no way. I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. I don't believe that regime does this. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you're right. It's just it's a good time to be a fan of this team. They're sort of overcoming all the injuries. I mean, and that's the thing, man. Like, just to think about it. We did this to the Vikings without Michael Gallup, without
your two
Tank
tackles
Lawrence,
for the game,
without the tackles, defensive players injured, offensive players injured. I mean, just that gone. Everything up against you or against the Cowboys, and they still pull it out, man. I'm so proud of this team right now. we just gonna ride through this. I think we're gonna go far this year, man. I'm super excited about it. I guess that's all I had to really say today, man. That shit. I'm eating crow from Cooper Rush. Proving me wrong, which is good. I mean, I feel good about it. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, I was just about to say. No, I hope there's a section of Cowboys fans out here that are loving this, and it's not like, because there's some people that want to be right too much, and I think that supersedes wanting to win. And this is one of those things where I kept saying in the pregame, remember Fresh, I was like, please, all the positivity, please take it and use it for me today, y'all, because I lost it at the beginning of the pregame show. I lost it. I had some and I lost it. And I said, I want to be wrong so bad here. I'm rooting like hell for this game to be a victory. I just had to be real with y'all how I felt. And I feel like y'all appreciate that.
Yeah, one last person I got to give some love to, because, I mean, Joe Philbin, he's just pulling out all the I mean, this may be the best collective coaching staff in the league. It just feels like that, man. It just feels so good to actually win a game due to coaching. When's the last time you saw that, man?
They
coaching
outcoached
actually
Mike and
won a game, man.
Dan Quinn outcoached. Now, Clint Kubiak's not some seasoned guy. Doesn't matter, though. That offense, we talked about coming into that game, was going to be tough to defend, and it really shut them down.
Shut them down, man. All right, man. I'll let you get to your next gig, man.
My man.
Cowboy Nation, stand up, man. All right.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Fresh.
Yeah.
Let me get my guy Mel in the building. What's up, Mel?
Happy Victory Monday, baby.
Yes, sir.
Happy Victory Monday. Man, such a good feeling, man. I had very, very little, of little faith. I had very little faith going into that game. I think the first notification I got was actually you on the pregame show when you the title came up, said Dak is out. And I was just like, all right, well, let me go find something else to do.
I think that's what did it for me, Mel. When Dak was out, that faith I had kind of just disappeared. And everything I talked about on the show kind of just went away.
I was like, man, that just did it, man. And I'm going to say this, man, like the Cowboys, we are used to having offensive firepower. Maybe not like every single year, but there's always, some guys on this team. We always have shiny toys.
Yeah.
We got T.O., we've had Romo, we always have shiny toys here. But this team got guts, bro. Like, this team, they got character. Like, this is a different squad. And I think last night, that was the Mike McCarthy game. Like you just said with Fresh, man, like, that game erases the JG area. The JG era. Like,
any PTSJG you have left, it has to be gone now, right? Like, it has to be gone.
My confidence in Mike, man, just kind of went through the roof. I think we all had confidence in Kellen. We all had confidence in Dan Quinn from what we've seen so far. But I think you even said it on the post game, bro. It's like Mike is building the culture, the character, the guts. Like, man, we ain't like we've been putting 3 safeties on the field at a time. We seeing guys just perform, man. Like. I felt like Michael Parsons the game before. I was kind of like, dang, what's going on with him? Last night, man, that dude was – I mean, the Zeke 3rd and 11 play, like just the guts from this squad, bro, is just – it's so encouraging, man.
Y'all, like on dead serious right now. I'm not even lying to y'all right now. I got chills. When you said that. That Zeke play, Mel and Cowboys Nation, I said on Twitter – epitomizes this team against all odds. When you don't think it's going to get done, with everything that happened, the holding penalty, the 3rd and 11, you were on the 5, you got backed up. Zeke catches it at the with about 14 more yards to go, with 4 or 5 defenders barreling down on him. He found a way to get the first down, bro. Just like this team has done all year. It is it's a special feeling, man.
Man, it's such a special feeling. Scott, if you would allow me to for just 1 second, man, I don't want to derail the show. Can I defend my Cooper Rush over Cam just for a quick second? Can I defend my
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay. So my stance on it was a lot of people were calling for them to sign Cam like this week. And my stance on that was Cooper has been in the meetings all preseason, all regular season.
I got you.
He knows Dak. He knows Kellen. Whether or I'm not saying Cooper's more talented than Cam. That's an asinine statement. I'm saying as far as at least knowing the offense, he was a better option to me because the last time I saw Cam, he was getting beat out by Mac Jones. And the last time I saw him before that, he was throwing 5 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. So my confidence in Cam being able to execute a passing offense like we are is just, it's not there for me. I just don't feel like Cam would be the guy to come in on a week's notice and execute an offense like ours.
Then I misread the room there. I thought you were saying Cam Newton in general. Like if we would have signed Cam Newton back in was it July or whatever it was, August or something.
Hell nah. Hell nah. Hell nah.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you. If people were still calling to go get Cam Newton, I done messed that up. Hold on. If people were still calling to go get Cam Newton yesterday, right, or on Tuesday, that's not going to work, right? That doesn't make sense. That's what I was saying. I was saying like for this offense right now where we're at, no, Cam is not Cam is not somebody that can come in my opinion, on a week's notice and execute. Like I haven't seen Cam throw the ball to the outside in I don't know how long. Now, if we were the Baltimore Ravens, maybe he could come in and execute an offense like that on a short notice. Because that's too short.
Yeah, it's still too short. Exactly. But, man, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man. Like, I'm so excited about this win. I couldn't wait for your show this morning because you give us an opportunity to come in and talk Cowboys football and just all the things you do, bro. I really appreciate it, man. Love the show, man. I can't wait for the rest of it, man. I got a long morning this morning, and you're definitely going to be a part of it, my man. So, thank you, bro.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate you. Yeah, man. Yes, listen, we gotta give credit to my guy, to Cooper. We gotta give him credit. We just absolutely do. Dwight says, well, I don't want to read that part, but he says Cowboys fans always talking bad about Zeke, and Zeke saved the day for us. Zeke, absolute. I mean, that, like I said, that play just gives me chills. It really just it's just the Cowboys all in one. It's the Dallas Cowboys all in one. They find a way. They're resilient. Adversity does not shake these guys. It does not. And I like to think that is a product of their leader, Dak Prescott. But I think what's happening is not only is it a product of their leader and Dak Prescott, it's also a product of their head coach. I had a very, very, very spirited monologue yesterday, in the post-game show about our head coach because remember at the beginning of the year, especially after week 2 with some of the suspect game management, I was like, yeah, it's absolutely fair to criticize Mike, and I'm going to. But as you get to 4-1, you get to 5-1, you now have to start giving credit, right? You got to give credit to the head coach, and I think Mike McCarthy absolutely deserves some credit. I'm not sure if I missed another super chat, but I do see one here.
Super chat.
Agon the first. Most of us like Coach Zim. I like Coach Zim. But that Zeke play happened because of the two turnover penalty or 2 TO penalties, a turnover or timeout. Keep that in mind when we're complaining about Coach. Oh, okay. Oh, listen, me and Jesse were talking about it during the game. I hope people get on Coach Zimmer about his time management. There was some horrible time management issues. Horrible. Let's get my guy Freight Train in the building. What's up, Freight Train?
What's going on, man? I was getting ready to chat, put something in the chat, but yeah, you said it. The team is resilient.
Yeah.
If you notice, Randy Gregory had those 2 personal penalties. We all saw that.
Oh my gosh, Freight
I
Train.
love the fact that Coach McCarthy pulled him to the side and had a quick conversation. Basically, I know they're trying to take it. Him and that whole defense, them jokers turned into the water boy. Them last 9 plays. Go back and watch them last. They turned into the freaking water boy.
Yes, they did.
They weren't allowed. They were shutting stuff down. And each injury that we have, like I told you a month ago, 2 months ago, we is all hands on deck. We are battle tested already. We didn't already. This is almost like we in the playoffs, right? We getting battle tested every week.
Randy Gregory said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, Randy Gregory
know.
said this was a playoff atmosphere. You know.
I love it. Because my thing is, we are going to be so ready. And we still beat you with most of our B teams. We ain't even up to full. We at 75% right now. And I got to get my hats off to Hamilton and daggone Bo Hanna. I told people, go back and watch the game. I need Cowboy Nation to be knowledgeable fans.
Yeah.
So when people come up to you at the gas station, at your job,
right,
and they say, you got those Cowboy stuff on. I want everybody to hold Cowboy. I want you to say this. I want you to turn your head a little bit, almost like James Bond. So you recognize greatness.
Ooh.
That's all you have to say, and you can smile at him and walk away. We're going to be just fine. And my thing is, if Boss Man Fat, if we can get into the game more, if Diggs hurt, whatever, we're going to put everybody in. Because, see, it's a long season. We're going to need everybody. But I got to get, man, go back, man, Bo Hanna and Hamilton, man.
Hamilton,
oh, my God.
Listen.
Oh, my God.
Stick around. Stick around for the cookout. Just stick around for the cookout. I'm giving a lot of love today. A lot of love.
And yes, sir. And what Zeke did, when I knew he was going to get the fire, I told my wife, I said, we're going to get this. When he ran that ball, and he was not going to be denied. He should have been tackled 3-4 yards short. And the resilience, that play right there, let me tell you something. I know they're going to play that in the locker room. Again, I know they're going to play that when they have film study this week. Let me tell you something. That defense, when they had those 2 personal penalties go against Randy Gregory and all that stuff, that defense turned the page last night.
Yeah, let me tell you.
You know, everything went against them.
Let me tell you when they're going to play that, Freight Train. They're going to play that. They're going to play that in February after a certain game. When, you know, teams get those VHSs back in the day. Now it's DVDs, and now you can probably stream it, and there's going to be a turning point play or a turning point moment. Yeah, that's when they're going to play that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm gonna let everybody get in, but I just want to say, look here, 1 quarter at a time. Not even one game. 1 quarter at a time. Every possession is so important. And I love the fact that back then you didn't want it. Now we're hot, now y'all on us.
Woo!
We're gonna do our thing. I'm out, big dog.
My man. You know, the back then they didn't want me. You know what that version is, right?
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are you still involved?
Oh yeah, for sure, we is.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still involved? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys.
We still them boys, Cowboys Nation. You know? All them haters out there. I just had to play that for y'all real quick. Hey, let me get Montana. What's up, Montana? Yo.
What up, Scott?
What's going on, bro? How you feeling on this Victory Monday?
I told y'all so. I guess I'm just keep saying that every week, huh?
Hey, we will all take the I told you so's if it's a victory, right? I'll take it all the way to the bank. 19-1 or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, I don't know, man. All I gotta say is, man, everybody just needs to stop trying to push Terrence Steele off the bridge. I don't give a damn, bro. Won't Cowboy Nation be happy that this dude has developed?
I think
we might just have found this the right tackle.
Well, I tell you what, man. We talked about, you know, the price is different, right? Yesterday's price is not today's price. Terrence Steele's price continues to just rise. If he happened to be a free agent, I'm pretty sure he gets some money. But fortunately, he ain't got to go nowhere. So the Dallas Cowboys are in an amazing situation. Think about this, y'all. Think about this. For the first time in a long time, I'm like, yo, Tyron, you could sit down for a little bit, bro. Like, when the last time I could say that? Tyron Smith really can chill for a little bit, get healthy.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like if it do come down to it, then, you know, Tyreek do got shut out. All right, once you go move still to the left.
That's what I'm saying. You have that confidence now to
You
do
know,
that.
and then you can say, I guess, put, you know, Leo back at right. But if Tyreek don't have to miss his game, I don't care what Connor Williams' stats look like. Get that little ass dude off my field, man. Get this little ass dude off. I'm bigger than him. And he way more than me. He way more than me. Everybody on that offensive line looks so huge but him.
And this what's wild is I'm just going to entertain your side statement about Connor. What's wild is he put on money or he put on weight, about 315, 320, but he definitely still looks smaller than the rest of the guys, man.
He look like a baby out there. And I'm just like, oh my God.
I will say this though, Monty. I will say this. I am not going to question whatever the coaches do. They have been hitting all the right buttons this year. All the right buttons. If they decide to switch out Connor Williams for Lyle Collins, I ain't going to question it. If they decide not to, I ain't going to question it because they're hitting all the right buttons. They're on a 6-game win streak. They're doing something right.
Yes, sir. They is. You know, yesterday, you know, I was just like, damn, you know, Cooper Rush, man, if he can't get it done, good game. You know what I mean? GG. You know what I'm saying? Like, GG. But, you know, my cousin, like I said, he's a Vikings fan. He called me yesterday, and I told you, I said, you, Mike Zimmer, and everybody is lucky Ford was not on that field.
Oh, my, come on,
that
man.
Game,
it wouldn't
even been a game. It wouldn't even been a game. It would have been a blowout like I said it would have been. If Ford was on that field.
It'd been over in the second quarter.
Man, I don't know what other teams is going to do if Ford stay healthy all season. I feel bad for teams, man.
You ain't lying, Montana.
I just feel bad for him. I ain't going to hold you, Scott. I just wanted to let everybody know, like, hey, man, stop trying to throw Mr. Steele off the bridge, man. He's out there balling. Once
playing
again,
well.
He balled up.
You're playing well. All right, good brother. I appreciate you.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. I was really looking forward to the Danielle Hunter and Terrence Steele matchup. I really was. There were some snaps, so I'm definitely going to check that out. And I think he held up pretty well. But then Danielle got hurt, and in the second half, he wasn't out there. So their pass rush was compromised. But on the other side, Everson Griffin was giving Nsekhe some trouble. Now, I will say this. That last possession, and when I do the drive of the game this week, I'll illustrate it. But the last possession when Zeke made that big play, them boys met at Cooper Rush. So that was a hell of a rush by Minnesota Vikings. And Steele and Nsekhe, they tried their damnedest, but they met at Cooper Rush. And one criticism of Cooper, which there could be a number of criticisms out of this game for Cooper, but I'm not doing that, right? Right? Rush did what he did. Was he seemed to be a bit of a statue in the pocket. And I'm not being a Debbie Downer here. I just talked about everything I saw yesterday, kind of raw, right off the top of my head. I didn't rewatch or nothing yet. But he seemed to just drop back and stay in his spot, and he made it easier for Everson Griffin in the rush to just get pushing back in his lap. So we'll look at the tape. We'll run it back and see what he could have done better. But it doesn't matter because at the end of the game, he got it done. He got it done. Let me talk about the resilience real quick, Cowboys Nation. And by the way, if you are up in here, hit that like button, man. Share this thing to all your friends, family, and foes. I see my guy Vach Lombardi was in the building. Appreciate you, big dog. Vach came down to Dallas. We hung out. Me, Vach, and Law had a great time. A lot of stuff you can't talk about on air. That's what I love. I love the fact that I'm the first time meeting my guy too. We talked plenty of times, obviously done shows and things like that. But you would think we'd known each other for years, man. Good dude. Let me talk about the resilience. And it's not just the injuries. It's not just having Dak Prescott out. It's not just the penalties. The Cowboys came out in the second half and answered the bell, right off the bat. Okay, touchdown, 3 plays, Cedric Wilson. Nice throw by Cooper. Great yak by Ced. I was hoping and praying. I'm like, please, Ced, score a touchdown. Because I didn't have much confidence in him getting tackled at the 15-yard line and us punched it in. I didn't have much confidence. So they scored, they tied up. The next few possessions for the Cowboys: punt, field goal, fumble, punt. It wasn't looking pretty. And then after the punt, you had about 4 penalties on the drive to allow the Vikings to march all the way downfield like Freight Train was talking about. They gave them 2 opportunities at 1st and goal. And the resiliency showed. Your defense stepped up, held them to a field goal. And as much as punt, field goal, fumble, punt happened for Dallas Cowboys, it didn't matter. The final possession, they go 8 plays, 75 yards in 2 minutes and score the game-winning touchdown. That, ladies and gentlemen, is resiliency. That's what this team is. More than I've ever seen it probably in the last 2 decades, to be honest with you. This is different. Let me get my guy Tony from Tampa. What's up, Tony?
Yo, what's going on, man?
What's up with you, brother?
Ain't nothing, man. Hey, I'm actually driving past Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium where we was 3 points away
being 7-0.
from being undefeated, man. Undefeated, man. Hey, look, I'm gonna give it to you right now. 15-2. 15-2. That's it, man. 15-2. I'm thinking maybe down the line, maybe, you know what I mean? But man, the way we look, man, I don't even know who we're gonna lose to. Tell you the truth.
Well,
I'm getting it 15-2. I just don't know who we're gonna lose to.
I tell you what, man. We talked about this a few weeks ago. When you look at the schedule, we thought, KC would be and there's still going to be a tough matchup. I'm not going to sit here and disrespect them. It's going to be a tough matchup. But if 4 plays, there's not a game that the Dallas Cowboys should not be favored in. There's not one
That's what I'm
on
saying.
the remaining of the schedule. Now, football is a weird lady, as Brian likes to say. The ball can bounce a certain way. But going into each of the remaining games, Dallas should be favored, and you should have the utmost confidence. Now,
man,
if 4 has to miss 4 or 5 weeks.
The stars are aligned, man. The stars are aligned. Sit back, get your wine, enjoy it. Enjoy this year, man. Like I've been telling, I said Cooper Rush coming in for a couple games. I said we're gonna be fine. Everybody relax. We're gonna be fine.
Tony.
I said that.
I said the same thing, but you know, I'm gonna be real with y'all for a quick second. And OG,
hey, he was going off at halftime too. He was going off. He was like, he's got a spaghetti arm.
I was tearing him up. I was tearing him up at halftime, bro. Tearing him up, and he did. He absolutely did. And I said, I know I'm being hard on him. I know I'm being real hard on him. But y'all know me. I'm going to remain professional. I'm going to try to remain. I'm gonna be real. But at the end of the day, I'm just as much as a fan as y'all, and I will never, ever, no matter where I'm at in my career, I would never hide that, ever. And as a fan, I was extremely upset with the first half sloppiness. But
yeah, I was too.
You know me, man. I'm being real with y'all. Old head.
Hey, man, you gotta.
Not you, not you. The other old head. He had me a little. The other old head had me thinking about putting some type of saying a prayer or something. Because you know why? He brought up the Dak stuff. Dak got hurt. Coop came in. He started playing bad. Greg Zuerlein. He brought up Greg Zuerlein. He missing field goals. I started to thinking. You know what, bro? I might have to start wearing a cross on my show. I might have to start playing church music. We might have to start saying prayers.
Oh, yeah, was tripping.
Yeah, me nervous, man.
Nah, man, but yeah, man, it's our year, man. I feel it, man. You just feel it. Everything going right, even when it's supposed to go wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's that year, man. It's that year. And
yeah, Henry. My bad.
I feel like we can get with anybody. Man. That's just me. You know what I mean? I got this feeling. I've been a Cowboy fan. I've been waiting for this for a long time, man, for us to get to this point and get that attitude, that winning attitude, back. And man, I'm loving it, man. Every second, I'm loving it.
Indeed, bro. Indeed.
That's all, man. Yeah, man. But keep doing your thing, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, bro.
If y'all see my face, for those that are watching live, for those that are not watching live and you're running this back, my mood changed just slightly because I just saw Derrick Henry is out for the season. Yes, obviously not a Dallas Cowboy, but nonetheless, you hate to see any player out for the season, especially, somebody like Derrick Henry. And our brethren, A to Z Sports Nashville, they're live right now. I'm pretty sure. I know that sucks. I've been saying this the last few weeks. I was rooting for a Tennessee Titan Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl. Selfishly, whatever. Sue me. Because I wanted to see A to Z Nashville, A to Z Dallas. That would have been massive for the brand. But damn. Derrick Henry out for the year. Not really sure what happened, but that's probably a season killer. Right? I mean, that was their offense. It's their offense. All right. So, yeah, fantasy owners, sorry if you got them. By the way, man, Frankly Football, did you come back and win? That's who I played this week in Vach's thing, the fantasy league. Frankly Football, he's undefeated. I was on a nice little streak, but it didn't look too good for me heading into that game. Let me get to 419. Oh, real quick, 419. Just hold on for a quick second. Let me give a shout out to my guy B Bird. B Bird with the $5 donation.
Super chat.
Thank you, OG. He says, I repeat from last week, Cooper Rush plus healthy O-line plus improved defense equals a win. B Bird, that's what I've been trying. I was saying that, right? It did. I lost the confidence. Don't let me do that again. If I lose that confidence again like that, y'all, just smack me out of it, man. What's up, 419?
Hey, what's up, Sky? This is T-Mo from Toledo, Ohio, man.
Toledo.
First time caller. Toledo, yeah. This is first time caller, but 45-year Cowboy fan. I wanted to just say that we rolling now, and now we're winning games that in the past we would not have won because we got a different kind of character on this team.
Mm-hmm.
And I also wanted to I don't know if I'm late to the show. I got a late start, but
it's all right. You here?
I want to give Ezekiel Elliott his flowers now, man. I think he played a real important part to the team, and I know a lot of people were looking to get rid of Zeke, said his production was falling off, but he makes a lot of good, important plays that don't always get noted, and his blitz pickups, things like that. But that last run where he got that first down, where he could have went down with that first contact, but he kept fighting. The whole team as a whole got a different kind of – it feels like a different kind of character. So I just wanted to give Zeke his flowers now, man, because he's running hard. And what they say, he hadn't fumbled in over 200 carries.
He talked about –
that's awesome.
Remember, he talked about working on that. And last year – and I was hard on Zeke last year with an asterisk, right? We understood that he had COVID. We understood that the offensive line was compromised. But at the same time, you want to see your stars rise to the occasion. And Zeke struggled last year, and he would tell you, I wasn't as shifty. I didn't have as much burst. I wasn't as in great shape, but he dedicated himself coming into this year. And any Cowboy fan or non-Cowboy fan that followed Zeke in the offseason, and that's why I love when the talking heads eat crow. They all were coming in here, the Colin Cowherds and all these guys. Ezekiel Elliott is done, yada, yada, yada.
Yep.
I kept saying to myself, Sir, are you watching what he's doing in this offseason? The running back position, the athleticism, the movement, you can see it. A quarterback can go in the offseason, work with Tom House, can do all the stuff that Jameis Winston did, dance around with towels, hit broomsticks, and juggle, tennis balls and look at cars. None of that shit matters. Excuse my French for those out there. None of that matters. I'm just being real with you. But Ezekiel Elliott, what he was doing, you saw that he was improved. You literally saw the physique, and you had to remember, ooh, did I just come up with something here? The physique of Zeke. All right, my bad. You had to remember, well, damn it, if Ezekiel Elliott has his shiftiness back, if Ezekiel Elliott has some explosiveness back, teams are in trouble because he can do a multitude of things to you. and he's showing it. And that run was just, I tell you, like I said, man, I kind of was half-heartedly joking with the last caller. You know, I think it was Tony. I said that type of run is the type of run that they will show on those highlight tapes when the team has a confetti dropping. I'm dead serious.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely a different kind of heart, a different kind of grit. So I'm excited. One last thing, Sky, and I thank you for taking my call.
Absolutely.
I really want to see when we get D-Law back, I want to see this defense step to a different level. Step up to a different level.
D-Law. God.
When he gets back, when Boss Man gets
Neville Gallimore, Tristan Hill.
Yeah, I want to see if those guys can take us up a notch. I think, man, this could be it for us. This could be our year. So I just wanted to get on and chop it with you. I appreciate you taking my call.
No problem, man. I appreciate you calling in, man. Feel free to keep calling back.
Oh yeah. I kind of got lucky. I'm at work, man, but I kind of got lucky with this one. So, but I listen all the time. So. Love the show. Love all the shows.
Thanks, man.
Waiting on another round table, man.
Y'all can't. I'm glad you reminded me. I gotta get Vach, if you in here, text me, man, because I get so busy during the week I forget. But we're definitely going to put that together. Maybe a post-bye week roundtable. Like he says, I love how Vach says it though. We can't give it to y'all all the time because then y'all get tired of it. So we like to give it to y'all every so often. You know?
Right. You know the selfishness of some of us fans, man. We want it more than we get it, but I take it whenever I can get it because y'all be bringing it, man.
Thanks,
so I appreciate y'all, all you brothers, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man, and I think this is something special, man. I really do.
It feels special. Thanks, bro.
All right, thank you.
Man, I'm absolutely starting to love Mondays even more, and honestly, and be real with y'all, it's because of y'all. You know, win or lose, Mondays are Mondays, but my profession is different now, so I absolutely love Mondays regardless because I love what I do. But when we win and you guys are calling in, I'm going to get to y'all on the phone lines. Hold tight. And the chat is popping, man. Scott Banks in the building. Mike, I see you over on Facebook. Facebook, I think, is starting to hit. We're starting to hit some highs over there, so continue to support over there on Facebook, all right? We're gonna get some things together and do some special things over there as well. But Mondays after a win and chatting it up with y'all, I don't. That's why I love Monday. Mondays are the easiest shows. I don't watch any film. Sometimes at late at night, depending on the game, I'll rewatch it, and we just come in here and we speak off of raw emotion, and that's what it should be about. You know, we'll get to the critiquing and the intricacies throughout the week, and that's what I try to do to bring some structure to the shows here. But Mondays should be about you guys calling in and giving your raw emotion in the chat. The chat is always popping. I mean, we're about 500 deep here in the chat on both platforms. I don't even know where we're at on Twitter. So I just got to say thank you, man. Y'all have no idea. Some of y'all do. But y'all have no idea, you know, doing a Sunday night game, traveling about a half hour away, setting up, taking down, getting back home about 1 o'clock in the morning, and hopping back up 4 or 5 hours later to get ready for the day. Takes a lot. But y'all, seriously, when I get on here, I forget about all that. So y'all are awesome. Y'all are absolutely awesome, and I appreciate that. So let me give you a clap it up for y'all. Clap it up for Cowboys Nation. Y'all the truth. With that said, make sure, hit that like button, subscribe, check out A to Z Sports Dallas, A to Z Sports.com/Dallas. A lot of cool articles will be up this week from all of our talented writers, man. I got to give so much shout out to them, man. They're awesome. All right, let's switch gears a little bit before I get back to the phone lines. We've been talking a lot about the offense. But let's not mistaken the true MVP of that game. And that was the defense. And I'll do a few more calls. I mean, I'm going to do all the calls, but I'll do a few more, and then we're going to do the cookout because the cookout is mostly about the defense. And I absolutely need to give a shout out to this defense. Guys, do y'all understand? Y'all understand because I made sure y'all understood what we were up against. You know, some people, when I brought Okoye on last week, they said, I didn't know anything about the Vikings. That's why we put the work in. We put the work in so you guys can know about them. 16 points they were held to. 17 first downs. Only 6 passing first down. For a passing defense that gets maligned, 6 passing first downs is exceptional. Here is where the game was won. 1 for 13 on third downs. They held the Vikings 1 for 13 on third downs. Less than 300 total yards. And mind you, this is why this defense it's different. They did this, guys, without a turnover. They did this, guys and ladies, with 1 sack. Okay. They did this during a stretch in that second half that went from the offense: punt, field goal, fumble, punt. And after the Cowboys fumbled the ball, which the fumble was, and let me make sure I read this right, got my clear eyes. After the Cowboys fumbled the ball was on the Minnesota's 48-yard line. And what did they proceed to do? Pass incomplete. Intentional grounding due to the pressure from Dorrance Armstrong. 2nd and 23. Incomplete. Attempt to Jefferson. Offensive holding because them boys was getting to him. 3rd and 23. A run for 4 yards. Punt. This defense is turning into a championship level defense. For those that have been around, we talked about a number of things coming into the season that I wanted to see this defense do. Get turnovers. I don't care about yards. I really don't all the way care about sacks. I did want to see him get a little bit more sacks at the beginning of the year, but I don't need you to be number 1 in sacks. I care about these things. Turnovers. 3rd down conversion, red zone defense, and points scored. If you can be elite or very good in those things, I give a damn about you giving up 300 passing yards a game. I give a damn about if they get down to the goal line and they're kicking a bunch of field. I don't care. And the Dallas Cowboys did that yesterday. They did that. Man, it feels good. It feels good. Usually it's Feel Good Friday, man. It's a Feel Good Monday. All right, Anthony Brown, Jordan Lewis, just stick around. Do me a favor, y'all. Stick around. I know usually Mondays on game days after a win is long. Stick around. We are going to really give this defense some props and the cookout for sure. All right, let's get back into the phone lines. It looks like we got 352. Is this Florida in the building or who's 352? I don't know my area codes.
Rob, that's Rob.
What's up, Rob?
Hey, man, what's going on, man? Just want to give a little insight, man, on that game.
Sure.
And hats off to Cowboys, man. Hats off to them. I know we talk a lot about our defense, man, but we got to give it up to Dan Quinn, man. on everything, man, because you just got to look at it. Man, it's been a long time coming.
Long.
Not to say that our defense haven't been, caliber type defense, but man, you look at from when DeMarcus Ware left, and look at it now.
This is turning into the best defense, in my opinion, since 2000 and I'll say 7. 2009 was good. 2009 was good. People forget that was a good defense, but I'll go 2007 because T knew. Who was the other side? I'm having a blank. It wasn't Mike Jenkins. That was 2009. It was Mike Jenkins. Drawing a blank on two. But you had Anthony Spencer. You had Jay Ratliff. You had that group up front. DeMarcus Ware. Ken Hamlin was a Pro Bowler. Brady James was balling out of his mind, right? You had a complimentary defense. And this defense, I said it in pregame, brother. I said, I need this defense to level up today. I need other players to level up. I need them to carry this offense, and they did that. And I know Cooper Rush and Amari Cooper in that final drive won the game. But if we're being real, Cowboys Nation, this defense is the MVP.
It's on point. I don't care. And let's just go back to the first game of the season, Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Without that push, and everybody knows that was a push, we're undefeated. You give us that call.
You know what, though, brother?
You give us that call. Man.
And Sean and a lot of people who don't, you know what? Sometimes in defeat, you have to, and I said this before, I don't like moral victories. I really don't. But I said I'll give them one moral victory a year, just one. And good God, it happened on the first game, and you couldn't ask for a better game to get it. I'm sorry. I couldn't come away from that game upset. I couldn't.
It's not the point of being upset.
Right.
But my thing is, okay, we playing a championship team. First game. Everybody's watching. Okay, let's go. We finna see what the Dallas Cowboys are made of.
Sure.
Bro, you knew right then and there that game that they played against Tampa. If we can hang with Tampa like that, who's gonna beat us?
And think about it. The interesting thing about that game is that was the most healthiest the Cowboys have been this year, if you really think about it. Aside from Zach Martin being out, most of the defense was there. And first game with a new defensive coordinator, right? First game with all these new pieces. And I said this to Jesse. I don't necessarily think that secondary of the team played horrible. Now, Anthony Brown got worked, but maybe he needed that. Because Anthony Brown, ladies and gentlemen, again, stay tuned to the Cookout. Boy, he deserves our praise. He deserves our praise.
And one more thing before we leave.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Man, we need a backup. Cooper Rush did his thing. Don't get me wrong.
I was about to say,
come
on, man. Come on.
Hey, drop Cooper, drop Da Vinci or whatever his name is, man. Go sign Cam, man. Go sign Cam.
Hold on. He called that man Da Vinci.
Bro, go sign Cam, please. Cowboys, sign Cam, please. Goodness.
Nah, man, no signing Cam, bro. This it's too late for that, man. It's too late for that.
Hey, man, we need it. Hey, man, good looking out, man. Enjoy your podcast, man. I hope you be successful in everything you do, sir. Man, and God bless.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Oh, I'm having an absolute blast today. Y'all are funny. He said sign Cam. No, wait, listen. Just because my man said that, and I appreciate the call, bro. I got to play this one time. All my wrestling heads, y'all know what this means. You know, one second, if y'all don't mind me. Just the ball. It's Victory Monday. I'm having fun. Hold on. And we got some super chats. I'm going to get to y'all. So, anyone that's new, y'all know I love wrestling. And Marvel, by the way. This is my other microphone that I love to death. I love these two microphones right here. Since I've done this, I've become a junkie. Sorry, this is bad radio for those that are running this back on the podcast. But there you go. The Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal. Favorite tag team of all time. My buddy from down in Pennsylvania, Brian, he did this for me. And then on the other side, the best Avenger. Iron Man on there. So, talented, man. I know some talented people. Appreciate you, bro, for doing that. I'll definitely come back to this mic, but I'm enjoying this one right now. All right, back to football. Is my other OG from back home here, Antoine. What up, Twan? We'll see you down here in a couple months. Major super chats here.
Super chat.
I know that deserves more than just a super chat, but Miss Charlene continues to, sponsor the dang show pretty much. Appreciate the $99.99, as my guy Law would say, for your mind donation. Thank you so much. Says nothing against Gallup, but said Wilson caught a bomb and threw one. Ooh, you must have been watching the post game. He should take some snaps at QB just as a decoy, kind of like the Drew Brees and Taysom Hill in New Orleans. Oh, this week is going to be so fun once we get the film and we start diving into more things. Hey, Vach, we might need to get that roundtable popping this week. Man, I'll entertain this real quick, Miss Charlene, but we'll talk a little bit more throughout the week. Oh, my pops is in the building too. What up, pops? I don't think Cedric Wilson is better than Mari Cooper, better than C.D. Lamb. I don't think he's better than Michael Gallup. However, I think Cedric Wilson is our most versatile wide receiver we have. I don't necessarily think that's a hot take, though, right? He clearly can throw the rock. We've seen him do it. And I came at him this year because he had some mess ups this year, but he completed a couple passes. Last year he threw a touchdown pass. He can return punts. He can be a gunner on the punt team. He can be on the kickoff team. He can be a number 3 receiver. He can be an X. He can be a Y. Go in the slot. Aside from Terrence Steele, there is no other player that has stepped up more in the absence of a star or of a quality, high-quality starter than Cedric Wilson. There hasn't been. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. We did our segment last week or 2 weeks ago. We did, what was it called, y'all? We were talking about bringing him back. Oh, re-up or let walk. I can't remember what I said about Ced. I can't remember, but I hope I said re-up because I didn't think that that Gallup was going to be able to get signed at a reasonable price, and Ced would. I think I did say re-up on Noah for sure. I can't remember what I said about Ced Wilson, but man, it's going to be hard to let him walk if he doesn't price himself out. All right. Some more super chats.
Super chat.
My guy Woody, man, got to see you back at Texas Live again, Woody. Cowboys 6-1, baby, and are not slowing down. I'm enjoying the ride, man. I can't not. This is a beautiful ride. I believe there was another one. I don't want to miss you. Okay, I didn't miss you. All right, cool. Got to all the super chats. But let's get back into the phone lines. They are absolutely blown up here. Oh, okay. We got a special one here. Now, let me tell you something, old head. I'm about to bring you up in here. You need to let me know before I even unmute you. Do I need to go get my cross? Do we need to all bow? You know what? I'm not even going to ask you. Can we all bow our heads? Old head is about to enter the chat. Let's all bow our heads and say a prayer. Dear Lord, please allow old head to come through with his positive energy and put out the positive vibes in Cowboys Nation. Please keep away all that negative energy. Please keep the devil away. Amen. All right, old head, what you got for us, man?
Hey, how'd you know I was going to ask you where you're preaching Sunday? And I was fixing to send a check to the collection plate, man.
My man, I'm having it's a victory Monday today. It's another beautiful victory. I feel good. I am getting a little bit long-winded. My apologies, Cowboys Nation.
No, that's okay. I appreciate the intro, but I was a little surprised because you got a lot better regular callers on here than me. I just appreciate that I have my own little, if I can represent the senior citizens of the world calling the magnificent sky, I'm cool. I just was going to tell you, we need to turn the heater on in the baptismal and fill up the cups and get out the communion wafers and just, and then you started talking about going to church and I'm going, hey,
yeah,
the young man and I are on the same wavelength today. So, it is a positive day.
Real quick, old head.
One time.
No, real quick, old head. Real quick, I'm gonna let you go. Brother. Hold on. I have fun with you because I like to make people a part of the show. As you see, everyone has, I know their names and things like that call in. I try to save them. I like to make you a part of the show, but I ain't gonna hold you, man. I was getting a little worried when Greg Zerline missed. I was getting a little scared, old head, that you might have a little hex over us.
A hex? Oh, no. I try, what you tell me on certain times is keeping it real.
Yeah.
And I heard my bud Tampa trucker Tony talking about me earlier. And I thought I had to give him a shout out because he was nice to me on my birthday the other day, and that all went real well. And then
all the kids came home healthy after Halloween, so that all went well too. But it is a positive day. Everything went right, and when it all goes right, the stars are in alignment and all's right with the world. And right now, I'm not going to go into what all the other teams are doing to get coached up on Cooper Rush, because they are.
Sure.
But this one game, Cooper pulled it off. He was a Clint Longley. So far, he's a one-time wonder. But if he can do it again, I hope he doesn't have to be honest with you.
Yeah, we don't want him to.
Healthy.
And
we never have to worry about this again.
But remember what we talked about, we talked about all we need for 1 or 2 games. I believe that the team can rally around Cooper Rush. Now, if Dak had to miss 4, 6, 7 games, but I don't want to do the whole right thing. I'm not that guy. I don't like to be that guy. But I mean,
that's your job. You're supposed to be right most of the time, and if once out of 100 you're wrong, you admit it, and that's an admirable quality.
Well,
but
technically, I was wrong yesterday. I didn't stick to my conviction.
What worries me a little bit is the kids that get hurt. You hate seeing. And I say kids out of respect because
they are kids compared to
the other day. I just turned 70, so these youngsters are kids to me. Some of them, literally, I
get you some water. Drink some water, bro.
When they were in high school, down here in East Texas,
like this?
And
Check it out.
and so they are kids, and I still look at them like my own. I mean, Adrian Peterson is from Palestine, so. It doesn't seem like that many years ago that I was watching him play for, down here at Palestine High School. So, I do go way back. But the main thing is Cooper had a great game. The defense had a great game. But let me take exception with one thing you said a while ago, and it's not a negative.
60 seconds, brother.
It's not a negative. I think that Cedric Wilson is a bona fide number 3. And he needs to be recognized as a bona fide number 3 now because
who's that? I'm sorry. Who'd you say?
Ced Wilson brings, I think, more. He brings more intangibles to the table than Gallup. Gallup's got speed, but Ced can do so many things. He proved it last night. He may not have the speed that Gallup does. He may not, have the 1 or 2 things that the other guys do, but he puts it all in the same package. And I think if I had to sign one or the other right now, if I only had money to sign either Gallup or Ced Wilson, I would keep Ced Wilson because he's healthier, he stays healthier, he's more durable, and he always seems to have that 5th gear to kick it into. Yeah. And I'm not against Gallup. Don't get me wrong. Gallup's done some wonderful things.
Hey, you said some good things right now.
I would rather have Ced can go in at the X, at the Y, at the slot. He can do it all. And those Ohio State kids. I lived in Columbus for a little while, and they just always seem to. It's kind of like Alabama. They always seem to pick to find the cream of the crop, and then they send them all to the NFL. But
indeed,
getting back to Cooper, Cooper had his
in closing,
and the thing that worries me, we need to figure out how to get our biggest safety, move him up to linebacker to back up the guys that are there already, because Jabril apparently, I didn't know that Jabril was out until this morning for sure.
Yeah, tore his ACL according to reports.
Yeah, and that means, like you said, he's not going to be back until maybe mini camps. And I'm starting to get a cough, so I'll talk to you later.
Go get some water, old hit. We need you to call back into.
I got the coffee. I'll talk to you later, man. Go Cowboys. Bye.
All right, baby. Bye, peace. Ooh, let me drink some water for him. Whoa. See, that's what happens when you don't take a breath, old head. Gotta take a breath, man. Gotta take a breath. That's what I love about my show. It's like y'all are characters as well. Y'all are a part of this show. Y'all are absolutely a part of this show. I love the chat, man. Oh, this is fun. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get 25. I want to do this 3. I don't know what this is. This must be an out-of-country number. I want to get this out-of-country number, then 254, because I think I might know 254. I can't remember, but state your name and I can bring you in 254. But I'm going to get this number right here. I think it's out of the country. And then we get your plates, go run to the corner store, chop up some macaroni, you got to make something and bring to the cookout because we're going to get to the cookout. I don't even know how to say this number, man, but 33299. What's up?
Hello?
Yeah, where you calling from?
Hey, do you hear me?
I can hear you. Who am I speaking with?
From France.
Oh, it's Philippe. Hey, this dude's a star on the .com. What's up, Philippe?
I'm fine. How about them Cowboys, man?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just want to. I get to tell you that I'm the one who's calling from time to time. DallasCowboys.com, the different podcast.
Yeah, you're a star over there.
Oh, I don't think so. I'm just one of the many Cowboys fans around the world, So I want to say a few things. I love the wishbone look
the hawk
we had at the beginning of the game, and I loved what Kellen Moore made with it, run and pass. It was great. I loved it. And I saw something else. If we had number 4, we would have killed the Vikings.
Blew them out.
Because of all the one-on-one on the outside, where the wide receivers, Cooper, CD, they were wide open. It was unbelievable. And from the wishbone look, have you noticed how LC looked nasty and hungry?
Oh, yeah. LC definitely looked like he had something to prove, yeah.
Oh, it was great. It was great. And to close out, shout out to the defense. Even I thought LV had a pretty good game, being where he needed to be. And that's all for today. Take care and be safe.
Thanks,
Go
good
Cowboys.
brother.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate you, man. All the way from France. I think that's always awesome when we get that. Because we get some sweet potato pie coming, Cool Whip. April says she's bringing the chicken salad. All right. Last one before we get to the cookout, and then we'll get back to the phone lines. 254, what it do?
What it do? Sky LG 254 in the building. What's good, man?
LG, what up, man?
What's going on, man? I hope you enjoyed your birthday last week, man.
Hey, listen, enjoyed my birthday last week, and then all I did was ask for the Cowboys to get me a victory. That's all I wanted from Dallas, was to get me a victory, and they got it, man.
Hey, they sure did, man. Hey, I got a couple things real quick. First off, just like Philip said, could you imagine if Dak was playing in this game? The coverages they were given. Cooper missed a lot of throws.
I was going to say, there was some deep throws he missed.
Oh, my goodness. He missed a lot of throws, and he was trying to get the tight ends involved, but it just wasn't working for him. So, other than that, but I'm happy that he played the way he did. He won the game. Hey, that's all that matters. But a little bit of something I noticed is Justin Hamilton, man. Man, you might have something in Justin Hamilton right there in that middle. That might be the plug that you need right there, man. Justin Hamilton and Watkins kind of showed up.
Watkins has surpassed my expectations this year.
Absolutely, man. And we got to give love to AB and Jordan Lewis. They were laying the wood, man. They were coming out laying the wood. When the receivers caught the ball, they were tackled right then and there, man. Got to give them their flowers, man.
Absolutely.
Got to give them their flowers.
I mean, maybe the most impactful game from J. Lou this year.
Yes, sir. And my final thought is, can you imagine once we get D-Law rolling and Gallimore, if he shows any type of promise of what he showed last year?
And we got to throw in Tristan Hill.
Tristan Hill. if you get any of those, and that's the one out of the three, if they play anything to what they shown last year, I think this defense goes from good to almost being elite, man. And I think that's what they're missing is a pass rush as of Anthony Spencer and D. Ware, and you got Ratliff in the middle. I think this defense can have that with stellar corner play and better linebacker play. I really think that this defense can go to the next level, man.
Yeah, we're missing that consistent, steady presence, oppo of I almost said DeMarcus Ware again. That 94, man. Opposite of Randy Gregory. Yesterday, Terrell Basham and Dorrance Armstrong, I think they played their best games of the year as well. But D-Law is a different animal. And if you get, when you get him back and then you get Neville Gallimore back with Tristan Hill, now you got three guys in Gallimore, Osa, and Tristan who can give you some quick penetration up the middle, and it's going to make things a lot easier for those edge guys.
Absolutely, man. And that corner that was opposite of T. New, I think was Jock Reeves, man. Jock Reeves.
Really? I remember Jock Reeves under Parcells. Yeah, I remember Jock Reeves and Nate Jones under Parcells, but you sure it wasn't Anthony Henry? I think Henry was under Parcells too, though.
I think Henry was under Parcells, but Jock Reeves replaced Anthony Henry. It was him and Nate Jones. That was that.
You're right.
That was that 1 year.
I think you're right because I'm remembering the game against. Remember when the Cowboys and the Packers played? They both were 10-1. I think Favre got hurt in the middle of the game, came out, and Aaron Rodgers came in. I want to say Nate Jones or Jock Reeves got an interception.
Right.
So.
I think it was Jock Reeves. Jock Reeves was.
Could be wrong, though.
I fairly remember that. But, man, hey, go Cowboys. Hey, I appreciate you, Scott, man. Hey, happy holidays, man.
Yes, sir.
It's good to be a Cowboy. Good to be a Cowboy. All right, man.
My man. Appreciate you. All right, man. It's time to hit that cookout. We got some praises we got to sing to folk. We got some praises we have to sing all across the entire team. Honestly, it's more of a family reunion, y'all. It feels like it's going to be more of a family reunion. So get your water, get your coffee, get whatever you need to get. Get your 40, get your drink. Let's hit this cookout right quick. Who is at the grown folk table for Sky? Now, this ain't an extended grown folk table. I still got to keep it at the grown folk table, but I invited a lot of people to the cookout. Whole lot of people to this cookout today, y'all. Start off at the top. Cooper Rush. I got to put Cooper Rush. I got to put him there, man. That performance he had at the end of the game, I think didn't just give him confidence moving forward for the rest of the year or probably his career, but it should have gave Dallas Cowboys Nation real confidence that if he needs to play, at the very least, you got a shot. And if it comes down to crunch time, we've seen him get it done. It's important to have that. So I got to give Cooper Rush some confidence there. Or I got to put him at the grown folk table. Micah Parsons. Listen, y'all. Y'all know me. I've been waving. I would love to see Micah play linebacker majority of the snaps and then rush the passer. This is why. They went up against a really good run scheme and an elite running back. And I think due to Micah Parsons, for the most part, is the reason why that run game could not get going. He met Dalvin Cook or Madison, whoever the hell, Alexander Madison was running the ball. He met them, it seemed to be every single time. Every single time. 11 tackles, 10 solo, 4 tackles for loss, and a QB hit. In fact, Bobby Belt put out a great stat on Micah Parsons, and I'm trying to find it here as we talk because it was an amazing stat. He made some history. Micah Parsons is the only NFL player in NFL history, with 40 tackles, 10 quarterback hits, and 2 passes defended through his first 7 games. He's special. Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott didn't have a crazy statistical game. He didn't need to. Look at the stat sheet, you'll see 16 carries, 50 yards, only 3.1 yards per carry. But we knew going into this game they were going to load up the box on Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. But he had some clutch pass pro plays. And then obviously the clutchest play of them all, the 3rd and 11 for a first down. Ezekiel Elliott, with your hairpins or hair curls in there, deserves to be at that grown folk table. Micah just made the grown. He probably just turned 22, 21, so you know. He legal now. Amari Cooper, man. Amari Cooper, what? I mean, he just continues to do it. No matter who the quarterback is. 8 receptions, 122 yards, the game-winning touchdown. And if we talk about Zeke having the most clutch play, maybe the most important play prior to that, not maybe, it is, was Amari Cooper's circus catch for the 33 yards. And then they came right back to Amari Cooper for 18 more yards. Have a day, Amari Cooper. And if you look at the cookout, right behind Cooper Rush, to his left and right to his left, you'll see one Anthony Brown just chilling in the cut. Fitting to go on that walk with Jordan Lewis and, yes, Justin Hamilton. All 3 of those guys deserve to be mentioned. Jordan Lewis had, I think, his best game of the year. I thought he was just kind of quietly just Jordan Lewis, right? Just whatever. But he made himself felt. He had 5 tackles in his game, some big stops, and he had a quarterback hit. Anthony Brown, 5 tackles, 2 passes defended, and really, I didn't see him get. Now he could got beaten, and it just didn't go his way. One time he got beat real bad, and they actually won his way, and they overthrew it. But I can't expect perfection from Anthony Brown. And Justin Hamilton, ladies and gentlemen, he was making a lot of splash plays. He had 3 tackles, 2 solo, a quarterback hit. And if you go back and look at that last drive for the Vikings, he was a factor. So that's the cookout, guys. I felt these players needed to be featured. You could easily argue Cedric Wilson should be up here, right? You could easily argue coaches could be up here. All of them. Mike McCarthy cooking. You know, he got the chancletas on. He cooking. Dwight said, I'm bugging. I ain't got Randy up there. I told you it's going to be some people. Y'all going to be upset. I ain't got up there. But Randy deserves. He had another ridiculous pressure game with the sack, obviously. And it was a fumble. They just recovered it. But yeah, Randy Gregory deserves to be mentioned as well, without a doubt. I feel like at this point, there's certain guys that I feel like they just always at the cookout. And Randy is putting himself in that mix, for sure. All right, real quick, super chat, then we get back to the phone line.
Super chat.
B Bird, are you getting messy on Monday, B Bird? I ain't finished reading. Zeke versus Pollard. Did y'all see that missed block, that rush? Okay, that rush damn near got killed. Just imagine if that was Dak. There's more to it than running. Yeah. I also kind of was. That was definitely Pollard missed that block, but I wish that Cooper Rush had a little bit more of awareness. I feel like he completely missed that there was a blitz coming on that end. But nonetheless, he's your backup. What we say, we need everyone to elevate their games. Pollard didn't on that play, and he got rocked. All right, back into the phone lines. I'm actually going to lock them after this call because they are super stacked. 347, what it do?
My guy, Young Jedi, what's good?
What's up? Is this David?
Yes, it's Dave.
What's up, Dave?
Listen, Cooper Rush, man. He did what we expected him. No, he balled out. No, I'm not lying. He balled out. And, there was a question mark. Where, what's Cooper Rush going to do? Did you expect Cooper Rush to do that? Nah.
No, I told you. I had no expectations from the guy in this situation. I thought this was too big of a moment. Started out that way, but he brought it together. And now my confidence is very different in Cooper Rush.
Okay, well, we have our Iron Man coming back, so we don't have to anticipate or expect Cooper Rush to even duplicate that great feat he had last night. But my thing, that defense for Micah.
Yes, sir.
Held Dalvin Cook. Scott, that defense was just off the hook, and we're not 100. We're not
100. Best game of the year.
Best game, yes, absolutely. A close second. Well, I would say ranking that first game against Tampa, they showed up. So, it was unexpected what they did. They balled out, and, they went blow for blow. And I would rank those two up there. And once again, we're going to see more because Ford's going to come back. We're going to line up the Broncos. We mighten them up.
They asked him after the game, and he said, "Oh, man, I'm good to go. I think Dak is ready to get back out there." We'll monitor that all week, obviously.
Right. Yeah, man. That I was at the end of my seat. Xavier Woods was, getting the interception, putting hats on Cooper. And one thing I would say, a reference to someone in the chat was like, the super chat, where he said Zeke versus TP, where TP missed that block. Dak would have probably had the ball out, so that would have probably Dak would have got hit like that. So the ball would have been on the hand. Cooper Rush was holding it because he wasn't ready. He's not.
Well, I think it was more so the awareness. Like I think majority of that is on Tony Pollard, but I have to put some of the blame on the quarterback because you're responsible for finding the blitz as well. And that just goes with experience. He doesn't have any. So he missed it, and it was a costly one, but the defense stepped up.
Right.
What up, Reese?
Our defense is going to only get better. Only get better. We may have a little Nixon cut going on, but again, I'm glad we have them early.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to crunch time, we're going to be healthy 100%, and we're going to go get this, man. We're going to go get this.
Indeed.
Young Jedi, thank you for taking my call, my guy. I'm going to get out your way. Salute. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm enjoying you.
Thanks,
hey, yo,
brother.
One thing. You and Watch, y'all intros, y'all get me amped before the show starts.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to do. Y'all know me. It's the morning, so I bring energy regardless, but I like to bring energy to you guys in the morning and wake you up a little bit.
All right, my man. Peace.
All right, brother.
Enjoy
Peace.
some energy.
Yes, sir. Got to bring some energy to the thing, yeah? Got to bring some energy. Yeah, this defense it seems to be turning the corner, man. They had 9 quarterback hits yesterday. Only 1 sack, but again, if you go back and watch the show, we don't got to go back, but we talked about it last week where you're not going to sack Kirk Cousins a lot because he gets the ball out. And you saw Kirk Cousins starting to press big time due to the hits, due to the pressures, and he just didn't have time or the confidence to get downfield into his deeper read. So everything started to come underneath, and I was like, thank you. And then the Vikings stopped running the ball, and I'm like, thank you. And they just put it together, man. The Cowboys defense put it together. All right, let's lock this thing up here. Trey said, address the CeeDee Lamb versus Justin Jefferson. I'm not going to knock Justin. He had a bad game yesterday. It was worse. In fact, the Cowboys, that was the worst game of his career, if I'm not mistaken. Listen, y'all know me. If I said this before, if Ford doesn't get hurt last year, he's the rookie of the year. But that's no knock to Justin Jefferson. But he had just about 1,000 yards with DiNucci and Dalton and Gilbert throwing him the rock. But come on. We know CeeDee Lamb was wide receiver 1 coming out. But Justin Jefferson's a beast in his own right. Let's get Drummer Cam in the building. What's up, Drummer Cam?
Hey, what's up, Sky? How's it going, man?
I'm good, brother. How you?
I'm great. That was a hellacious game to watch last night. I was never scared the entire time. Hey, I was wrong. Dak didn't play. That's all right. Cooper Rush came in. And the team, that was a team and coach win.
Yes.
I was thinking about that. Like, is this a team win or is this a coach win? I'm
all of the above.
Both. It's both because the coach said Kellen Moore should be at that cookout. I'm just saying, Kellen Moore should be at that cookout.
You ain't lying.
He at the grown folks table.
Dan Quinn too.
Because
I mean, look, my favorite thing I saw came out last night, the winning game drive. You know, after Zeke made that incredible run, breaking 3 tackles, getting, 15 yards, something like that.
Yeah.
And we come back and we throw a fade. And I'm like, yes, bring me that fade ball. Bring me that fade ball for the red zone. We start getting that going. You don't know who the fuck I'm going to throw it to. We're going to throw it to Zeke, or we're going to throw it to 88. We're going to throw it to 19 said. I mean, it doesn't matter.
And when Michael Gallup get back, he's a beast in the red zone with that
Gallup,
too.
yeah.
So
we can throw that all over the place. So I'm good. I was excited to see yet again we get in the red zone and we throw a fade. I was ecstatic to see that. Big point on this game though, on this defense, right?
Yep.
Third down efficiency.
Yes.
Minnesota third down efficiency was 7%.
1 for 13. The Cowboys last did that in like 2003. I think I saw it from Bobby. It's nuts.
Like you're not going to win games if you're not getting winning the third down battle. Like it just is what it is. So.
And then on the other side, they won 50%. That's pretty damn good against a solid defense.
Yeah. Yeah, we were 50%. Yep. We still won the time of possession battle, and I still, I still can't believe that. I was shocked by how well AB played. I mean, Jefferson was held to nothing, and virtually nothing, and Thielen had 78 yards, right, and a touchdown. Okay,
and most of that was in the first drive, then that. Broken 4th and 1, not broken. The 4th and 1 play where Diggs, who by the way may have had his worst game of the year, and you still held him to 16 points. That's amazing.
Yeah. Oh man, it was great. Great team win, man. I was excited. I was like, I wasn't scared. Came in at halftime, jumped on, watching live. And I was like, I'm not scared, man. We got this. And we came through, man. I'm over Jason Garrett era. This is not that team. This is not that administration. This is not that football org anymore. We are different, and we are taking this to the bowl, and we're going to eat like we've never eaten before. It is going to be fantastic, and I cannot wait for that shit because all of us need to get together and have a massive Super Bowl party.
Boy, I was talking about that with Vach and Law when they was down here. I listen, man, it'll be awesome. Hey, Jumper Cam, I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
You too. He said it, man. This ain't yesterday's Cowboys. Somebody else said it in there as well.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
In the words of Joey Crack, this ain't yesterday's Cowboys. And all these talking heads, I hardly watch these shows when they talk Cowboys. I tune in sometimes when they don't talk Dallas, just for entertainment purposes. I don't like to tune in when they talk Cowboys because they don't know what the hell they're talking about half the time. But I am interested. I'm interested to see if there's going to be some weird caveat because, as the Cowboys keep rolling, the scapegoat, or it's not even a scapegoat. The guy they keep getting on is Mike McCarthy. What can you say now? I don't understand. They're winning without their tackles. They're winning without their wide receivers. They're winning without a plethora of defensive guys. They're winning without now they won without their quarterback. They're winning on the road. They're winning despite ridiculous amount of penalties. Backs against the wall, they just continue to keep winning. You got to give Mike some credit. 479. What it do?
Hey, Sky, it's Chase from Arkansas, man. How you doing?
What's up, Chase, all the way from Arkansas?
However you want to call it, man. I just wanted to talk to you about all the shenanigans one get placed with a rookie player that seems to be playing out of his mind last night, that one Micah Parsons.
Ooh, boy, Tasmanian devil.
So I listened to Sean and RJ in the morning because I work nights as a cop, and I get off, and first thing I do is I turn on their show, then I turn on yours.
Awesome.
And so, so I hear RJ just every single time. He's like, don't know why they're wasting his talent at linebacker. And then Sean would be like, well, he did just have 11 tackles
Wait a minute.
10 of them solo.
Wait a minute.
And
they complained about his
4
game.
tackles.
Should say Sean, or which one complains?
No, so RJ is just dead adamant that he should be edge rusher, nothing else.
Jeez.
That's all he cares about. So he's saying that over and over, and it made me think. I'm like, well, the way I think it is, you got a known commodity in Randy Gregory, probable Pro Bowler this year, if not more. You got Micah Parsons, who is a rookie, needs to have things boiled down to him in the most basic way, although he has the propensity to learn and do all these jobs. Just don't get him burned out on doing any of them. I would say keep him at middle linebacker where
The conference has been unlocked.
Where he can be around the ball the most is the way I see it. And so I would keep him at middle linebacker, and I would have him on passing downs. Then you can get a rush, blitz up the A or B gap.
I thought that was, a pretty obvious thing, right? Like guys,
yeah.
He's your best linebacker. He's not your best pass rusher. And I think people got really excited, and that's no knock on Micah. People got really excited after he beat Storm Norton. He whooped his ass. And after he beat, Andre Dillard, right? Like, they got really excited. Move him to defensive end full time. And then what at linebacker?
Exactly. And I think
the conference has been locked.
A poster board type thing for that exact purpose. I think that you see the productivity you can get out of somebody who runs a 4-3, can go side to side and forward and backwards.
It's
not
that difficult to me.
You knew that whenever Kirk Cousins knew whenever he was going to scramble, that 11 was going to be there somewhere. And I think that's a scary thing for a quarterback to have to think about, especially the quick ones like we have Kyler Murray coming up in the not too distant future. That's something you got him an end. He is now half of the field is. I mean, doesn't have to worry about it because he's stuck on the end. But if you have him at linebacker,
you can spy Murray.
The quarterback always has to account. Yeah, the quarterback has to always account for where's 11 at. And I will say this right now: our run game will only be as good as our coaches allow Michael Parsons to be a linebacker.
I 100% agree with you. If you said you listen to the show, that's how I feel. I don't want to pigeonhole him at either position, but I guess there's a group of people who believe you should just move him to defensive end. I think that would be a huge mistake, especially now that you're just body-wise down 2 linebackers. Obviously, you don't miss Jalen Smith, in my opinion, but that's a body that's gone. And now Jabril Cox is gone. So you're starting to lose bodies at the back position. And real quick, if I may, if there was a position I would look to grab right now in a trade for cheap, it would be linebacker. We need some depth.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not just them. I mean, hell, Jeff Kavanaugh, you know him. He's put out content where he's more favorable because he believes that the pass rusher is one of the more high-profile spots to fill. So if you have somebody that can fill that gap, go ahead and do it. But I'm saying at the same time, so you're telling me you could possibly get a Von Miller-type linebacker when based on his play, he plays like a Bobby Wagner that's even faster. I'm
gonna finish the call. I'm gonna finish this up off air, bro, or off the call. I appreciate the call, brother. Really do, and the support.
Yeah. No problem. Later.
Thanks, man. Here's the thing we got to stop doing, and I said this about Trevon, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. You want to be compared to greats, but Micah is going to be the first Micah, in my opinion. He's different. We long ago on Boss's show, right after the draft, they were like, "Who you want to compare him to?" I said, "Man, I really don't want to do a comparison because I can't think of anybody that's like him." And I brought up Patrick Willis when they told me, "Well, who you got?" But even that, like, he's just a different talent, and I truly believe keeping him at backer helps against the run game when you go up against these type of run games, and then you can rush him from anywhere on the field, be it at end or be it at at linebacker. But because Armstrong came back and Basham is getting it together, they didn't have the need to put him at the LOS. And once DeMarcus Lawrence gets here, you're going to have so much elite talent in that front seven now between Micah and Randy and D Law. And I'll give it about a year or two, and maybe Osa will start putting himself in that category as elite talent. Let me get my. Oh, where'd you go? There you go. Is this DMV? DMV, do I got you, brother?
What's going on, Sky?
What's up, DMV,
Yes,
man?
sir.
I had to get you in here, man. Real quick. Let me just real quick, if you don't mind. A couple of donations I didn't get to. You were one.
Super chat.
And Drummer Cam was one. Drummer Cam said we need to get that round table going.
Super chat.
Appreciate you, man. What's up, DMV? How you doing, brother? AKA Zeke.
Yeah, I was actually gonna call in. If you ain't know my number was 703, I was gonna be like, it's Zeke. I mean DMV.
I didn't. So if you'd have did that, I'd have a little kick out of that. What's up, though?
Yes. Nothing much, man. You know, I was actually thinking, and just like you, I was going into the game. Actually, I didn't expect very much from Cooper Rush, and I didn't even know if we were going to win the game. And to be honest, with the way that the division is, it's more so about making sure that Ford is healthy enough for the long haul.
Yeah.
Because we know that this is a championship type team, and really, these type of games build character.
Absolutely.
And last night was a character win. The New England game was a character win. And so I kind of wanted to pose this question coming up with Denver next week. Is that another week that you would sit Dak and let him rest up, being that we have 4 games in 18 days?
I said this last week, and I don't know that I want to. I don't want to waffle, but I guess yesterday's price is not today's price, right? We got more data. We got more data now. I don't like to take games for granted. I don't, but I will say this: if Dak Prescott is not completely back and the training staff, if they have any reservation, I feel a lot more comfortable sitting Dak Prescott. If there is no reservations, right, then obviously you play Dak. But if there's any reservation, I'll sit Dak Prescott.
Yeah, because one thing I'm looking at right now is looking at our games coming up. We got Denver,
Atlanta
next week, and then we got Atlanta
at home,
and then you got
both
the
games
Chiefs and the Raiders. Exactly. And then I look at, we're 3.5 games up on the Eagles. Like, yeah, we could be fighting for home field, but it's very early to be thinking about home field, to be honest. We kind of want to get better as the season goes. No, I mean, I get what you're saying. I get it.
Here's the thing. It's not too early to think about it from a team perspective where, like, that's the goal, but it's way too early. And let me just say this real quick for all these people out there talking about we need to root for the Philadelphia Eagles to beat the Tampa Bay. We need to root for the Washingtons to beat the Arizona. No. What happened yesterday with the Saints beating the Bucks and with the Cardinals losing to the Packers, that's why you don't need to root for division rivals to beat those top teams in October. There's so much football left. They're going to lose games. You just focus on you and handle your business. The rest will fall as it may. So I think, we should think home field, but not an aspect of, well, I hope the Eagles beat the Packers. I'm sorry, it's too early for that. I'm not doing it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm not one of those guys that hopes that division rivals win games. Hell no. I hope they all burn.
Right.
That's just me.
Facts.
Because
Now-
years of trash talk.
Now, if we get down to December,
especially in the games
it's a
last
different
night.
story.
Yeah.
So, Flo.
But, yeah, I was more so just thinking about load management of the quarterback because, last night, I don't know if anybody else felt like this, but I felt like I really think we're a championship caliber team. And I know it's early to think that.
No,
but
bro.
when you overcome adversity.
It's
and
not.
You're battle tested.
It's not
when you
early.
battle tested.
Go check out my opening to this show.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely will because I came on in the middle and I just wanted to make sure, that I talked about this, with you while I got on here.
Yeah.
But yeah, character wins matter, man. And just think, with winning a game with Cooper Rush, it was a complete team win last night. The New England game was a team win. We're learning how to win as a team. So, big ups to everybody.
Sure. My man, appreciate you, DMV.
I appreciate you.
Make sure y'all check out DMV. Let them know where they can find you, bro. Oh, yeah, he left. I think it's DMV Fanatic on YouTube. Beginning of the year, I was asking the defense to finish, right? One of the things I wanted to see coming into the year was play better against good quarterbacks, then eventually beat good quarterbacks. They fought against Tom, and then they beat a good quarterback to me, and what's the cat's name over there? Herbert. And Justin Herbert. Kirk Cousins, again, if you do what you could do to Kirk Cousins yesterday, he becomes an average quarterback. But for a majority of the league that can't do that, he is a decent quarterback. But you beat him, and you beat him soundly. If they're not the top-tier quarterbacks and you can beat good quarterbacks soundly and bad quarterbacks, you can whoop on them, that is a testament to how good you are as a team and a defense, by the way. And the defense. All right, let's get through these, man. I'm going to get through them. I know me. 210, what's up?
What up, guys? Jacob, man.
It's who?
It's Jacob.
Oh, Jacob, what's up, Jacob? Let me get you in there.
What's up, man? Hey, what's up, man? I'm just calling real quick. I know he didn't play yesterday, but I still want to give my props to Dak, man, because we heard over the week that his grandmother passed away.
Yeah.
And he was still out there in Minnesota supporting his team, and I mean, when Coop threw that touchdown to Cooper at the end of the game, Dak was hopping up and down like his calf wasn't even hurting.
He ran him down and after the game to congratulate him.
Yeah, kudos to Dak, man. And he's for sure at my barbecue. And then one more thing, CD, did you see about his fines that he was getting for having his jersey untucked and all that stuff?
I don't even feel bad because CD, he young, and here I am talking about young, and y'all probably like, well, Sky, you young. Depending who you are, I'm young. CD Lamb tripping, dog. Tuck your damn shirt in there. Put your socks up. Why are you giving the league free money back? But that's neither here nor there. Yes, I saw the fines.
Yeah, that's everything for if it's a Dallas Cowboy, man, they're after you.
Yes, the penalties I have more problem with than the fines. The fines are stuff going into the game. Now the wave, right? That was bull crap. Game is over. Absolutely ridiculous. And I promise you, if Josh Allen doesn't get fined, he did a wave as well. If he doesn't get fined, then might not just be a Cowboy situation. This might be something more than that.
Yeah, well, I'm just still because we saw that Giants game. They still have yet to do anything to Tony for throwing a punch at KZ.
I think Tony got fined. Tony got fined.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he got fined.
Oh, okay. I missed that. So okay, well that's my fault then. And then one more thing, I'm gonna be out there for that Broncos game on Sunday. You gonna be at Texas Live?
Come on, man. And God willing, I'm there every game. We there, man. Every game. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, Cowboys Nation. I missed y'all, man. Yesterday it was real light. I think because it was an away game. It was a night game, and it was on Sunday. I'm sorry, it was on Halloween. So kids trick or treating and things like that. It wasn't as lit. I'm gonna be real with you. It wasn't as lit for that game. But home games are a different animal. So I'm expecting to see y'all come out and show out for the Broncos game at AT&T.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, my pops, it's his first time. I don't know if he's on the chat or not, but I showed him your show over the weekend. He was like, yeah, I gotta get onto it. So hopefully I hit you and Jesse up for Texas Live with my pops and get going.
Yeah, man. Hey, Pops, if you're watching, man, I appreciate it, man. And listen, everybody put their pops and their moms and their friends onto the show. And let's make this thing grow. Let's make this thing the best Cowboys morning show in the land. Let's do it.
For sure. All right, man. I'll hit you up later, Sky. Take care.
Thanks, Jacob. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Let me get my guy James in the building. What's up, James?
Sky, what's happening, baby? Happy Cowboys Free Monday.
Yes, sir. What's up, brother?
Oh, man. It feels so good to be 6-1. Oh, my goodness. I know Cowboys haters, they wake up every day. They be going to sleep. They be saying they pray Saturday night. Do, Lord Jesus, if there's anything that you have ever done, if you just let the Cowboys win. They forgot Jerry Jones made the roof in Texas Stadium so God could look down and watch his favorite team.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Preach it.
Man, they don't get it. they can't stop this train, man. You take the conductor out the train. Guess what? The train's still going, baby. Look what happened last night. It started out a little rough. It started out a little bumpy. I give you that. But they did something in that locker room that whatever they put in Cooper Rush halftime water, I don't know what it was. But that third play of that third quarter drive, whoo, 73.
73. And said put Harrison Smith, a Pro Bowler. I mean, trajectory technically, he borderline the Hall of Fame type. When you look at his trajectory, to put him in the spin cycle, had him in the dryer on spin or whatever. He was just couldn't figure out where Ced was, and like I said, I was hoping he scored because I didn't have confidence at that time in punching it in, and by hook or crook, he did it, man. Ced Wilson is the definition of an unsung hero this year so far.
Yeah,
Thank you, Amanda.
If we don't do the right thing in the offseason, he will not be here next year. He will not be here next year. Guaranteed.
You know what, though, brother? I said this before. I hope that this team has so much success that those decisions on the role players become extremely difficult. Because if you win a Super Bowl, then you live with the role players going to get their bag, right? But if you get a first-round exit and now you're like, man, we can't really afford to pay you, and it sucks seeing them walk. But if you win the Super Bowl, go get your bag, fam. We won the Super Bowl. But, yeah, it's going to be some tough decisions.
Ooh, it is. Now here's the thing. We playing so good, it keeps losing me. I'm pretty sure some other callers probably said this, and you probably brought it up too. But we are playing at such a high level without D-Law.
Yeah. Without D-Law, we can't go on without saying without Neville Gallimore too. He was our starting defensive tackle, a lot of people are out. Starting defensive tackle, then our other starting defensive tackle went down. Or high second-round pick who has some talent but just cannot seem to get on the field due to injuries or whatever. A lot of players are out, and they just continue to keep fighting, and that's why this feels special and different to me, more so than 2016 ever did.
Oh man, this is. I mean, like I thought Michael Irvin was talking a bit, fast 2 weeks ago when he said, "Get your tickets early."
Yeah,
but looking at him. Look, I mean, because we're not talking about the NFC. We ain't thinking about the NFC East no more. We're talking about the NFC. Who do you fear us playing going forward in the NFC, or just in the NFC on our schedule? Who do you fear?
Fear should not be in Dallas Cowboys vocabulary moving forward in regards to playing a team. Right, like they should be fearing the Dallas Cowboys if you're an opposite fan, especially if you're Tampa, especially if you're I wouldn't say Green Bay because they probably have super confidence because of what they did, but injuries happening to Arizona. Who else is in there? The Rams. They could feel confident, I guess, but I don't know how much they've really been tested aside from the Tampa game. But the NFC is stacked, and I said this yesterday. Dallas is right at the top of all of the cream of the crop. Without a doubt. They could be 7-0. I mean, I hate to go back and do that. They could be 7-0 right now, the number one seed in the NFC. It's crazy.
3 points away. 3 points away. Last thing, and I'm going to move around. All right. So
I got 4 more after this,
So give me you said Cedric. Who's another player that you would say contributed to the win that doesn't immediately pop off, but they play a significant role in the win?
On what side of the ball?
Let's go defense. Someone who didn't pop, but they were a significant contributor in yesterday's win.
I would say I have to give props to J-Ron Curse. J-Ron came out. Struggled. Remember, he got beat by Conklin, had the penalty, and then they caught the ball at the same dang on time, almost the threefer that happened to Kennedy. So I got to give J-Ron Curse a lot of props, and he might be an easy one because he's been balling, So if you want to go even deeper, I will go Jordan Lewis. I think this was Jordan Lewis's best game of the year, and Jordan Lewis always has that dog in him. We don't really see it a lot, but he has that in him, and that if it clicks, and he can sustain it. We've seen Jordan Lewis make plays. We've seen him sustain that level of play towards the end of the year last year, and I think that, in my opinion, is what got him this contract. I don't mean to derail this here and be long-winded, but a lot of people say, oh, well, we didn't draft so-and-so because of height. Well, you got to understand, I don't think height has to do with it anymore. Under Rich Richard, it absolutely did. What Will McClay and those guys value is length. Yes, they drafted a Nashawn Wright. Yes, they got big cornerbacks in Israel McQuamu, but Jordan Lewis is 5'10". Anthony Brown is 5'10". And they elected to keep those guys, so they saw something in them, and I think Jordan Lewis repaid them. He's repaying them this year. He's not been great, but he hasn't been a liability.
Boom, and that's it right there.
Oh, man.
Cowboys Nation, you just heard it from one of the best Cowboys commentators. I don't know if y'all saw the segment, but if you did, you got to give our boy Sky and A to Z his props. Now, nobody's producing a better show here, YouTube, 3-4 letter networks out there in Cowboy universe.
Man, that's
nobody's
heavy.
working, man. So you hit that like, you hit that subscribe, you share this. We taking this all the way to the top. And if it's anything, Cowboys, that you need to know or see, the only place you need to be looking to is right here at A to Z. We love you, Sky. I'm out.
Oh, man. Oh, you make me tear up, man. Maybe tear up. I appreciate you. I'm going to get to 512-252-757-901. I'm going to get to y'all. Yes, my guy, Reek, you must have came in late, Reek. I haven't seen you in here. Usually, you're one of the first callers. Yes, Jabril Cox, from my understanding, towards ACL. I still didn't see anything official. Y'all know me, I'll be fishing over here on Twitter as the show's going. But I believe he is done for the season, obviously. Haven't seen anything. But yeah, Reek, he's out for the year. Yeah, man, that's heavy, man. But James always come through with the fire and the compliments. But yeah, man, we're gonna take this thing to the top. 252, what it is, what it do. I meant to get 512, but 252, what up?
Hey, what's going on, Scott? It's Keystone. How you feeling?
Oh, what's up, Keystone?
Chilling, man. You know, only doing this Victory Monday morning, you know.
Man, maybe one of the best Victory Monday mornings due to the circumstances, and that's real. And that's after a crazy victory over the Patriots and other games. This might be my favorite.
Yeah, emotions running wild, man. And I love the way how Dak is just continuing to lead on Cooper, man. Because he was kind of limping a little bit when he was coming back in the back of the stadium. He was kind of limping a little bit because he was running for him. He gave him a big hug. He congratulated him. So that was a smart move to bench him because even though he did look the same in pregame warm-ups, but I still suspected a little soreness. So,
yeah,
that was the right move by the organization to sit him out.
And let me clarify. Let me go long. Let me kind of extend that for you. It was absolutely an organizational move because they said if this was a playoff game or a play-in game or they had to have it, he would have played, but he would have obviously played a little bit compromised. So what they decided to do was think long picture and say, all right, we're sitting at 5-1. We believe that we can beat this Minnesota Vikings team with Cooper Rush. So they had the gall and the confidence to do that. And again, I said this earlier with Montana. At this point, I truly will not question what the coaches do. They are pressing all the right buttons.
Yeah, even though the defense is huge, but the Vikings organization at the end of the season, they're probably looking at Kirk Cousins. Because I'm looking at the fact, like, how did you get outplayed by a backup quarterback's first start? Now, no disrespect to Cooper Rush, because he has come in and he has made the throws that he has supposed to be making. And that's good, because that's really what got us going. Because when we was 50% on third downs, that's what did it. But
yeah.
So I was saying to myself in the offseason, knowing that if y'all want Cooper Rush to be your future backup, he's going to have to work on his walk-in throws a little bit because he stays, when he takes his drop back, he stays there. He doesn't move in the pocket like he's supposed to make the throw.
Yep. I said that same thing.
That a little bit more on the offense. Yeah.
Yeah, Keystone. Hey, Keystone, I'm going to let you go because the wind is blowing in the background, but I appreciate the call, and I'm going to talk about some of this on air, all right?
717, let's get it.
Yes, sir. 717 in the building. 717 always come through supporting, man. That's Keystone. Make sure y'all check him out. He be with Boss. Scout. He finds all the sleepers. But so he did mention some of the things, and maybe we'll talk about that later in the week, even if we have to. Dak plays and it doesn't matter. We talked about how Cooper Rush, one of his negative things is that he sits in that pocket. He doesn't really manipulate the pocket well. And again, not a seasoned guy. Doesn't really step up in the pocket. And I thought that hurt him a lot, and that hurt some of his throws. And if there's a team that now has film, by the way, I got to talk before let me write this down because I forget. I got to write stuff down. If there's a team that gets tape and they see, okay, he gets back to a mark and he sits there. He's easy pickings. So you can easily scheme up a lot of things to affect the quarterback in that way. But here's where I'm going to get to. Then I'll go to Kirk Cousins. Mr. 70% Xavier Woods. I wrote a 1-2-3 ball. I don't know what the plan is on layout. We'll talk about that, though, because I'm bothered by that. I had a tweet. I said, are we really about to let Xavier Woods get a game ball off of us? Mm-hmm. Everson Griffin got a sack, which I expected him to do something at some point. He's a good player, and Ty got hurt. Tyron Secchi. But Xavier Woods, strip sack, fumble, interception. I'm sitting here like when Xavier Woods, y'all, that was happening. I'm sitting here like, are you kidding? It's going to be one of those games where we come in here and we letting this dude do that to us, do that to the Cowboys after he played like crap last year and talked mess. Well, Xavier Woods pulled an Xavier Woods in the press conference. Listen, I get some people going to say, oh, well, he's being truthful. Players don't go 100%. I ain't hearing that crap, bruh. I'm sorry. I don't need you to talk about, oh, man, we go 70, whatever he said. But in the press conference yesterday, he came out and said, we didn't study for Cooper Rush. They prepared all the way up until the inactives came out for Dak Prescott. Bruh. What are you doing? Yeah, somebody said he threw Zimmer under the bus. What are you doing? Y'all could come at Mike McCarthy all you want, man. You can come at Mike McCarthy all you want. Mike McCarthy got a Super Bowl. Mike McCarthy has 18 playoff appearances. 10 of them he has won, which is second most in the NFL of current head coaches. Mike McCarthy has way more success than he has failures, and he has this team at 6-1 right now with a plethora of situations. One thing you can't say, especially after about midway through last year, is that Mike McCarthy doesn't have his team ready to play. No matter who's playing. Last year, we questioned that at the beginning of the year, but we didn't know him. New coach, trying things out, the COVID situation. We got a culture shock. We went from ultra conservative to ultra aggressive. Just circumstances. But I always say, I give him a little bit of credit for that 6-10 season, believe it or not. Nonetheless, Xavier Woods threw his coach under the bus and basically said we weren't prepared. That is... You can't have that. I'm not saying from Xavier Woods, but as a team, you cannot not be prepared, man. That's Xavier Woods for you, man. All right, 512, what you got for us? And then 757.
What's up, Scott? Me?
Yep, I got you.
Hey, this is Rico from ATX. I just
Rico.
I wanted to say, so Mike McCarthy, man, I don't know if people remember, but Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre before Brett Favre left, right?
Yes.
And then he came onto the scene, and they were a losing team for like his first 2 seasons. So he wouldn't just come out the gate as Aaron Rodgers. Somebody taught him how to be that. Well, who was his coach?
Mike McCarthy.
For all that time, right? And now he's great. And I just think people had kind of forgot about that. Aaron Rodgers wasn't Aaron Rodgers out the gate.
No, I try to remind people
he
of
was
that.
taught that.
I try to remind people that when we first hired Mike McCarthy, but I think Aaron Rodgers, the mystique outgrew McCarthy, and then he got fired, and the way he got fired, the way it happened, so it really didn't resonate with people.
And well, I was excited about it because that's what I remembered. I was like, okay, now he's got another young quarterback, and he can teach him just a few things to tweak his game and make him great as well. And I think that we do got to give credit where credit is due. I mean, this is a different team altogether. The whole everything, the culture, everything, and it's exciting to see. I called it last week. Cooper Rush is going to have a good game. I just had a feeling. I mean, he's a backup quarterback, and he's never played, so we didn't know what to get. But I just had a feeling. So,
and that's fine.
I'm happy for that, and I'm happy for his family. Did you see his dad on TV?
I'm about to grab that gift. I'm about to grab that gift.
that got to me, man. I just felt really good because you know how long they waited to see their son do that. So yeah, that was great. Other than that, happy Victory Monday. Let's go Cowboys. And our defense, Danny McCray called it top 10 defense by the end of the season. Maybe not out the gate, but out the end of the season. Danny McCray has been saying it since the offseason, as soon as we got Dan Quinn. So, yeah. He's going to win that bet against Barry Church.
You know what? I'm gonna try to get B. I'm gonna try to get B on the show this week since you brought him up.
Yeah, and I believe it, man. Because look at all the other teams when they changed their defenses, like the Tampa Bay and Kansas City. Then when they had their Super Bowl runs, their defenses didn't start out great, but at the end of the season they clicked. Yeah. And then they went on a run. So I think that's what's going to happen to us. At least I'm praying for it. Prayers to Dak and his family for the condolences. I had a Theo die like the next day after we heard the news on Dak. Damn. So I was kind of in my feelings this weekend as well, but then everything got better last night. Appreciate it. And so it helps to see our team pull through like that in a tough situation.
Yeah, it does, bro. Hey, our condolences and appreciate the call, man, and the support.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Like my I don't call him old head, but like my big homie says, Law Nation, we don't like the Cowboys, we love them. So when, these things are happening, I say this all the time. I said this to my lady. She found out when we got together years ago. I said, I'm not just a Cowboy fan. Okay? Being a real Cowboy fan, it's a lifestyle. It truly is a lifestyle, and I'm sure y'all could attest to that. All right, man, let's get 757. Then we're going to get to the chat and wrap this thing up. What's up, 757?
Hello, this is Tarita. I am a first-time caller.
What's up, Tarita?
Thank you. Hi, I'm also repping my hometown, D-Town, 214.
D-Town, okay.
Yes. I'm just excited to be up here. I like how you said Dallas Cowboys, not just being a fan, but it's a lifestyle. Yep. But that's the same with holiness. I ain't come up here to preach, but yes. So I'm just excited about the Cowboys and how they are really showing the sportsmanship, the teamwork. I mean, I grew up, I don't look like it, but I grew up with the Emmett, Smith era and all of that. So I'm telling you, it's amazing how these guys are really working together, and I love it. I don't know, even when we catch some L's maybe with individuals, but they still come together collectively. They're taking accountability. They are showing teamwork. Yeah. They are just staying in there, and I love it.
Absolutely. You're absolutely. It's like a family atmosphere. It's a tight group. And when we talked to Quentin Bohanna a couple weeks ago, he talked about how close this group is. And I know players can say that. I know we hear that, but you're seeing it, right? We saw it with the what was the show? Hard Knocks. We see it with the videos in the locker room, and you see it on the field. You see it on the sideline. This group, everyone is playing for everyone, right? Everybody is out there trying to win for the guy next to them. That's easier said than done, and these boys are doing it.
Yeah, and then one more thing is just the culture.
Yes.
They've created a culture of positivity. They created a culture of one-mindedness. I don't know if that's a word, but oneness, rather.
Oh, yeah.
And I love Yes, I love that. It's a mindset. It's a type of culture that you have to build in order to make it to that next level. So go Cowboys, and yes, everything's big in Texas. All right.
I'm learning that right now. I know. I'm learning that right now. She said oneness, and if y'all remember this, then you could tell me. I can't remember the movie or the show or whatever I was watching, but it kind of stuck out to me. It goes something like this. I'm paraphrasing here. This 5 is not better than this 1. You see? And if you don't see me, it's my 5 fingers up and 1 fist. I feel like, and that's the analogy, is that when everyone is playing as one or together and whatever in life, it can defeat individuals that come together. And I feel like the Cowboys are doing that week in, week out, and it starts at practice. It started in training camp. And Mike McCarthy, I feel special, but hopefully we get to a certain point, we can go back to what he said last year when he first came. And then he said something again in the Hard Knocks episode, but he's trying to build a championship program. Thank you. I knew somebody going to know. See, y'all are awesome. Lance said Game of Thrones. Yeah, I can't remember who said it, but I know it stuck out with me when she said that. She said that. All right, man, we're going to jump back into the chats. If y'all have anything y'all want me to address before we get out of here, because remember, this is Victory Monday. This is the Cookout. This is the Cookout episode. This is Raw. If you got anything you want me to address, hashtag Sky it with the question or what have you, and we'll get to it. And while you're doing that, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Right? Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. This has been a fire show. I knew it was going to be. And like I told the caller, I'm gonna try to get Barry on here this week. Man. I gotta try to get McCray, honestly. Keep it a bean. I want to get Danny McCray on here as well. 123 Ball says address Lyle Collins. Yeah. So earlier in the show, I do have a bone to pick with the team, but I can't be a hypocrite. If they decide to do whatever they decide to do, it's hard for me to question. It's really hard for me to question what they do. But me, if Tyron Smith is out and they're not confident in Lyle being on the left side, which he said I'm natural over there, then you move Steele over there and you put Lyle Collins at right tackle. Ty Nsekhe fought and scratched and clawed in that second half, but I don't know that I want to see Ty Nsekhe out there for 4 quarters. He's got to give me confidence before I can do that. I haven't seen it. Update on Diggs, says Jalen. I have still not seen nothing. And trust me, I got my stuff up here. I could have just missed it as the show was going, but I am not seeing nothing on Diggs just yet. Something should be coming out. If I missed it, y'all let me know. But there might be a press conference that already happened. Yep, a press conference is happening right now. So I'm pretty sure we'll hear something. Steven doesn't want to put Steele on the left side. Remember at the beginning of the year, I said Steele played worse on the left side in the preseason than the right side. But you got to do. Steele is giving me confidence that, okay, I know you can handle whatever out there, big fella. Let's work with it. I don't know that I have that confidence in the second yet. Maybe he goes out there and gives me it, but I have a hard time keeping Lyle Collins on the bench. I have a hard time. Sean says, Sky, you need to watch Game of Thrones. Hey, Sean, I done watched that 3 times. I just couldn't remember as we're live where I seen that from. But trust me, it's one of my favorite shows of all time, Game of Thrones. Army says, Diggs is fine. He did say I'm fine. It's not that serious. Reek says, Sky, we need a new kicker. Zerline is not it. And see, this is where I got worried with old head. When he missed that kick, I'm like, come on. Yeah, Zerline's at that point now where he'll go 3 for 4. But that one miss, you're pissed off because that one miss really was the difference in the game for majority of the game. So I don't think you're really going to go out and get another kick. He would have to have horrendous games for that to happen. That's Bones' guy, but I don't have confidence in Zerline when he goes out there all the time anymore. I really don't. All right, guys, let's wrap this thing up. Steven said our kicker is fine. I said that last week. Then he missed the damn kick. It's a huge confidence booster, Eric. Eric says, how much of a confidence booster for Rush? Huge. This is a career confidence booster. Seriously. Oh, Sully. Sons of Anarchy is my show too, brother. I watched that about 2 or 3 times. Love me some Sons of Anarchy. All right, tomorrow we're going to take on some leftovers, get into some details of some of these players and what happened in the game. Obviously, open up the phone lines again. Hey, maybe we'll have a guest. We'll see. But it is Victory Monday, folks. This was an awesome show. Tune in. Always give us about 24 to 48 hours, and then Wednesday we'll start to move forward to face the Denver Broncos and continue to be 1-0. That's what it's about. Even though I said I feel like this is a championship team, and I absolutely agree, the only way to get there is to be 1-0 each week. With that said, oh my goodness, Opie's death is the worst death ever. Sons of Anarchy. With that said, I appreciate all the super chats. I appreciate the calls. Everyone that came in the chat, y'all had it on fire. Make sure you hit that like button. Everyone that has, I appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe and check out A to Z Sports Dallas or AtoZSports.com/Dallas. Tons of articles are going to be up over this coming week after that victory. Tons of them. Good stuff. All right, y'all. Y'all enjoy this Monday. Enjoy this. It's a beautiful Victory Monday. I'll be back tomorrow, 8 a.m. Central-ish. Tonight, Mauricio Rodriguez will be back on the channel. A to Z Sports Prime Time. See y'all later, man. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's a beautiful day. Be out of here. Peace.
I won't